Good to go. What's happening, everyone? So, I got some fairly decent news. I say fairly decent because I'm not quite sure yet. Like, a lot of times when I do see these headlines, I like to do a little bit of investigating to really find out if these things are actually true. But it seems as if the I-75 guy, you remember we were talking about the guy that was on I-75 and over there in somewhere in Kentucky, I believe it was London, Kentucky, or somewhere thereabouts. Who the guy gets on a highway, and I don't know what direction he was actually popping at people from, but was just randomly popping at people that were just on the highway, people that just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he did it. Why? Because he felt like it. Because he felt like he was, had the right to get up and pop at people for absolutely no reason, right? Everyone has the right to protect themselves. Everyone has the right to protect their family. I'll never, ever, ever sway away from that or say people don't have the right to protect themselves and their family. People absolutely do. But when individuals are doing things like this deranged individual was doing on I-75, that's where we have to absolutely draw the line. Bottom line, right? But yeah, I kind of want to get into what it is that actually did take place. So, WLKY. So evidently, this is the Kentucky news. So let's see what they have to say about it, right? I don't know too much about these news sources. I don't know what political party they support, but we're just gonna try to focus on what the facts are according to this, according to these people, right? So let's see precisely what these individuals are saying about the situation that took place over there on I-75. All right. Why doesn't this thing just... Okay, here we go. All right. So, again, WLKY.com, right? So it says Laurel, Kentucky. Kentucky State Police. This would actually help if I just plug the mic in. Oh. No, we don't really actually really absolutely need the mic, but I like having the mic. So again, guys, we're gonna sort the news source is WLKY.com. Again, I don't know much about this news source. I'm guessing this is the local news over there in Laurel, Kentucky. It says Kentucky State Police say a body has been found in the area near where several people were popped at off Interstate 75 almost 2 weeks ago, guys. And they believe it is Joseph Couch, the suspected popper. Right, we're gonna use the term popper for lack of a better term, right? But KSP London Post was notified around 3:30 p.m. Wednesday, right, that two troopers and two civilians found a body near exit 49 off I-75 Laurel County. So right off the bat, like I'm gonna start, speculating on what it is that, guys, it's Obama Harris, says this guy. He says the same thing every night. Big up yourself, though. Thank you so much for tapping in, and thank you for being here tonight. But yeah, so they found him near exit 49. So what exactly happened? What transpired? Like, who was it that actually took this guy out? Is it a case of he took himself out? Did they see bullet wounds in this individual? Was he ran over? It's a multitude of questions that you could ask in a situation like this. But do we even know this is the actual person as well? Because it seems as if it's they're sort of just speculating, or they're suspecting that this is the actual person. Troopers out searching Wednesday noticed vultures in the area. Okay, so the vultures is what gave it away, along with the smell of something decomposing. As troopers made their way into the woods, they ran into Sheila and Fred McCoy, and shortly after, they found the individual. The coroner has not positively identified the body as Couch, but police say there are articles associated with the body that would lead them to believe it is him. So nothing concrete as of yet. So people, they're speculating that this could be the guy. Police did not say what the articles were that would make them believe the body is his. The body is being sent to Frankfurt Medical examiners officers to identify the person. We're very confident that this brings closure to our search for Joseph Couch, said KSP Commissioner Philip Burnett Jr. So again, they're not even entirely sure if this is the actual person. Navia Rhodes, how you doing tonight, sweetheart? Cheers to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I don't know if you got a glass, but grab a glass. Cheers. It's great to see you. How was your day? Big up to Navia Rhodes. I really wish we could have located Joe Couch. Hold on, 1 second. Root also said that Couch's family has cooperated through the search, reiterating that they should not be blamed for his decisions. So the family doesn't want to be associated with what he did, nor should they be, right? He made the choice to go out there and do those things. I really wish we could have located Joe Couch, and we would have had him live, Root said. We could have asked him what his intentions were, put him through the courts. Prosecutors could have prosecuted him. Nobody on this stage would wish we found him in the condition we found him. And while the search is reaching a close, there are still detectives and officers on the scene processing information. Our Lexington affiliate WKYT spoke with the McCoys, who streamed a video of the discovery on YouTube channel Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures. Hatfield and McCoy. You guys remember the Hatfields and the McCoys? I mean, we weren't around in those times, but there was a family, two rival families. Spoke to the McCoys. Okay. All right. They said they had been searching the area for days, and Wednesday they made a discovery. If someone is unalive, there will be vultures. Follow the vultures, they said. KSP said the McCoys will be receiving the $25,000 reward offered by the department and private donors for the information leading to Couch. Before the discovery, the reward was at $35,000. Search crews have had a heavy focus on the Daniel Boone National Forest during the search of nearly 2,800 acres. Police say they found his abandoned Toyota on top of a hill near a forest access road the night after the shooting. They then found an AR-15 the next day that they believe was used. Just Tuesday, officials announced they would be taking their focus out of the forest and back into the community. Nobody passed away in the shooting, and all the injuries were said to be non-life threatening. So it appears the individual that did these heinous things has been discovered. But yeah, that remains to really be seen. It hasn't been confirmed yet. So it's just people speculating at this point. Navia Rhodes says, it was good. The football game was great. I just got done crying because I seen all of my old teachers from college. And yeah, so that was great. Man, I'm glad you got to rekindle and reconnect with some people from your past. And I'm glad the football game turned out great as well. So definitely there is something that you're, to toast for. So big ups to you, big ups to your football game, and shout outs to all your teachers as well. Um, Kai says kick. Wooby says how's your day been, fam? My day was pretty good. My day was pretty good. I pretty much spent the day kind of relaxing. Um, you know, I tried to get some sleep, didn't get much sleep, but I did end up watching the Gladiator, guys. The Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie. I watched it again. It's the first time seeing it in years upon years upon years. But I had to watch it again. And yeah, it was a really, really good movie. And did you guys know that guy that was? It didn't occur to me when I was watching the movie Napoleon the other day that the guy who unalived his father in the movie and became the emperor, right? He is actually the main guy in the Napoleon movie as well. So yeah, he's also a really brilliant actor, very believable. Has like this kind of dark aura about him. But yeah, he definitely plays the parts well, to be honest with you. But yeah, guys, so that's that in regards to the I-75 suspect. Hopefully the people in Kentucky can now get some closure. Could now return to life the way they were meant to be living life, right? Not the way how things kind of were happening, um, you know, because of the situation that transpired about 2 weeks ago, right? Now, on to the next thing that I want to kind of talk to you guys about, man. The whole P. Diddy situation. There's speculation, guys. There's speculation. Things aren't always what it seems, right? And there are a lot of people talking about, the Diddy situation, and they have a lot of questions. Like, is Diddy really the only person that's been, is Diddy the only person, is Diddy is Diddy really the main guy, right? Or is he just the gateway, right? No pun intended, um, to kind of open Pandora's box, right? For us to really discover what's really going on behind the scenes, right? Because as of right now, it seems as if, he's the guy that they want, right? He's the guy that the feds are really looking at. But, you know, is it something where some of the executives that sort of helped to finance his career to this point, that sort of push money into his bad boy ventures and sort of helped him out? Is it something where those people as well have something to do with the situation that happened? I kind of asked this question the other night because, hello, how you doing, Rochelle? How you doing? How you doing? I kind of asked this question the other night, and I kind of wanted to know if this is something that kind of transpired before with Diddy. Is this how he acquired, or he got to the point where he started to amass power? Was he emasculated in a way where he felt as if he had to emasculate and abuse other people as well? Is that sort of something that transpired? Is it a case of hurt people hurt people? Like, what created this individual that we now look at with these allegations sort of looming over their head, right? Because this is something, like I said, guys, these rumors have been going on for a very long time. You know, and sometimes you chalk it up, oh, these are just rumors or whatever it is, but it seems as if there was some truth to it, because now we have what we have, right? Black Goku, man, chill, bro. You chill, 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 chill. It ain't that serious, man. You'll be going by yourself. I will not be joining you there. I don't even really go to parties like that, to be honest with you. If you really want to know. But yeah, I kind of believe that there might be some more to it. I don't think it's just everything is just the surface level. I think Diddy maybe just be a pawn in a more massive scheme, right? I think the guy that resigned the other day, what was his name? I don't even remember his name. I think it's Leslie something. Some big executive that resigned, and they're kind of attributing it to what happened with the Diddy situation. What was his name? I don't even remember his name, but I do sort of remember seeing him somewhere before. Definitely seen him before, but I don't really remember his name. But yeah, I think there may be some more to it, guys. I don't think it just Diddy is like the top of the food chain here, right? I think there were a lot of willing participants as well, not just Diddy. I think some of the accusations I believe are very accurate, as well as some of them. I think some people are kind of fabricating some stuff because for the clout that it brings, or for the money the revenue that that they perceive to be coming in as a result of being attached to this case. Maybe they could you know come up on some money because yeah, the guy's a very wealthy individual as of right now. But let's see how that sort of ends up, guys, because you know that's why I tell people, man, just stay out of trouble, man. Stay out of the way. You amass all that wealth. What's the point of you doing all of this? Just stay out of the way, man. Stay out of the way. And it seems as if they just kept giving him more rope to just hang himself, right? Just kept giving him more rope because it's just this inflated ego, man. That's the thing about the ego. It gets inflated, and a lot of times people will never say, all right, cool, this is enough. I'm good right here. I'm good where I'm at. Let me just go ahead and fall back and just build and just live life, right? He didn't want to fall back and live life. The dude wanted to just, I don't know, man. He just finding creative ways to screw his life up, and screw the lives of other people up as well, right? So allegedly, but yeah, it's just one of those things, man. It's rather unfortunate, and I really feel bad for his kids in that situation. Yeah, I really feel bad for his kids, to be honest with you. Because the kids don't really have anything to do with it. And then if you kind of think about it, right, they came up, they don't really know any other lifestyle. Like, these kids just came up, not really, I'm not going to say they didn't learn any life skills, but they don't really know what it is to build something from the ground up. You know what I mean? With absolutely no kind of, no kickstart, or nobody to say, hey, can you loan me this? Or nobody to say, hey, can you give me this? I don't think these kids know what it is to really grind it out from the, from the ground level, right? So to speak. So it's just one of those things. Now it's like they have to start finding creative ways. And then also, what's attached to Puffy's name, how many people are gonna want to really get involved with them. So that's the other side to this thing, right? It's rather unfortunate what happened as far as the kids are concerned. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Big up yourself, Pedro from Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in. I appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here tonight. Usually when we talk about things like politics and stuff like that, it's like everything just goes through the roof. But tonight, because we're not doing too much politics talking, we're just talking about, just regular things that are kind of happening. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of people in here, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it pushing regardless. And but yeah, I think the rabbit hole gets, it keeps going, right? It doesn't just stop right there at Diddy. You know what I mean? Definitely doesn't stop right there at Diddy. We see pictures of, former presidents with Diddy, all types of different executives. And I think a lot of people are going to come under scrutiny, not because you've seen somebody, but again, use your discretion, because not because you've seen somebody with P. Diddy mean they were involved with P. Diddy. Now everybody that took a picture with the guy is like, you know what I mean? Now they got to come out with a PR like, hey, listen, I went there, but I didn't see it, right? That seems to be the theme, right? Everybody went to the party, but not everybody saw what was going on at the party. Yeah, man, that's why I don't really go to parties and stuff like that, man. I'm not a party dude, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not a party dude, so you know, if there is something that's going on, it's probably like a kickback or a get together, or you and your people go to the park or something like that and hang out. But like parties, nah, never. Never really been too big on that, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, the victims of this whole situation, judge. The victims in this whole situation, it's rather unfortunate what happened to them. I do hope that these people get some closure and they heal from the trauma that was caused by this individual. Because yeah, they were saying, I mean, if you're giving people, you know, sort of like, how do I say narcotics, right? Especially people who may not be using narcotics and stuff like that on a regular basis, they're liable to do things that they wouldn't normally do. So yeah, some of that was involved, but I do think some of the people that were involved were also consenting as well. I think what we're gonna see is a lot of people are gonna be like, "Hey, I didn't know that happened." Hey, you know what I mean? Because of the circumstances surrounding it. Trump was at the party with Jeff Epstein. Doesn't mean Trump was involved, says Casey Ara. You know what's crazy about that, Casey Ara? Trump has he says certain things, like he says some wild stuff, right? About like even, I mean, you could look it up, right? Like it's online. You can see it for yourself. You know what I mean? Like speaking as if, when you're a star, like women who just, you could just go over and just grab them by the such and such and such. Like these things are on the internet, right? And I'm not quoting them verbatim, but if you go look it up, you'll see that Trump has said a lot of really, really crazy things in regards to women. And I suppose everybody has said things that may be deemed sexist, but in just how aggressive he was with his approach, I don't know, man. I think some of it is birds of a feather flock together, right? Listen, I seen pictures of Trump with Diddy, right? I'll show you the picture. Matter of fact, let me show you these pictures right now. I actually screenshotted this off of the internet, so yeah, so you know. Of course it did. All right. So look, who are these people? Who are these people right here? Who are those people right there? Huh? 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 and then hold on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Who are these people right here? You know who those people are? Huh? Huh? I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying Trump was involved, but then huh? Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Huh? Who are these people right here? Look, I'm not up here saying this guy did these things or whatever it is, but who are those people right here? So, again, what it boils down to, guys, birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Is that the only picture of him with Epstein? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look. There's more. See? There's more. I'm not making this stuff up. Like, you can go on the internet and you can find these things, right? You could go on the internet and you could find these things, right? Those are also different colored ties. Not the same suit, right? So clearly wasn't the same night. You know what I mean? If you go on the internet, you use the internet for yourself, you'll see. And then look at this one, right? So these are three separate occasions. Like, it's not like one or two occasions. Like, look, I just found three separate, and all I did was go into Google and type in two people's names. See? I didn't make it up, guys. And I'm not putting anything on the guy. All I'm saying is Well, we see you with him and we see you with him, right? We see you with Diddy and we've seen you with Epstein on multiple occasions, right? Both people on multiple occasions. So, exactly what is really transpiring here? So, I mean, we could sit up here and be like, oh, yeah, just because he took a picture with us. Well, I mean, yeah, we can't say, oh, yeah, because he took a picture with these individuals, like he's involved with what it is that they're involved with. Like, we're not going to go out here and just go out on a limb and say that's what it is that's happening. But at the same time, does it hold no weight that you do see him with these kind of individuals, you know, on multiple occasions? That kind of says something, you know what I mean? When you are at a party like that, you know what's going on, says Felicia Peterson. I agree with you. I think I think there's some of it, right? But then, for people who do engage in sort of extracurricular activities as well, i.e., certain narcotics or whatever it is, maybe those people may not be completely all the way here to be paying attention to what it is that's going on. And then, I don't know, maybe sometime we're just being advocates here, devil's advocate here. Maybe the music's too loud sometimes that you don't hear what's going on in other rooms, right? But, and then maybe, you have a lot of people that said, hey, listen, I just passed through, blah, 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 blah. So, a lot of times, I don't want to always say, all right, cool, just because I see the guy with the cookie and with his hand on the cookie, right? And he might have picked the cookie up, right? He might not have went in the jar and took the cookie out. He might have been trying to put the cookie back into the jar, right? So it's one of those things as well, right? I know that's sort of an odd analogy, but I kind of just thought about it on the spot. So, Sunil, what's going on, Sunil? It's been a minute, man. Big up yourself. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope all is well. Everybody, big up Sunil over there from India. Congratulations on you crossing 1K, bro. No, congratulations to the community. I really appreciate everyone who has been subscribing. That got us over 1K. So yeah, like last week we had an incredible amount of support on a lot of the videos, and now we are over 1,000 subscribers. So I mean, that's just big. That's huge, guys, and you guys made it possible, right? So that's why I keep coming here. That's why I keep doing these lives. Sometimes we got a whole bunch of people. Sometimes we don't have a whole bunch of people, but the marathon continues, Hello from Purcellville, Virginia. Big up to all of Virginia. Big up to, I hope I'm saying it right, Purcellville. Big up to where you're from in Virginia as well. Hopefully, Johnny Peeny, you could help me to pronounce it as well. Jeff Epstein is the New York financier. What'd he do? Man. Barfy, man, you probably have to go on Google and figure it out for yourself. I don't know what he did. I know that he was accused of doing a lot of things. I know before he was really brought to justice, I know he mysteriously was unalived. And it's being ruled like a suicide or such, but I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So, keep up the good work, says Felicia Patterson. Thank you so much, Felicia. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully we do see you here again. I don't quite remember seeing you here before, but tell me where you're from, Felicia. I don't believe I remember seeing you. And if you've been here before, forgive me. Sometimes we do get a lot of people in here. Hard work shows results, says Sunil Chavalin. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. You do make sacrifices, right? Sometimes by being on here, like you could be doing other things, right? You could be like laid out on the couch somewhere, or you could be, I don't know, doing other things. But I don't really consider this hard work, to be honest with you, right? To just kind of come on here and express yourself. It's real therapeutic. It's real honest, having honest dialogue. You're speaking from the heart. It's not hard to do at all, right? Sometimes I get a little rusty. Sometimes I sort of overthink it. Like, what is it that I watch it? But most of the time, it's just smooth. Everything just rolls off the tongue. Everything is just nice. And you know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. But I appreciate you, Sunil. Thank you so much for noticing, and I appreciate you being one of the very early subscribers. Sunil's been here since, I want to say, before 200 subscribers. Sunil's definitely been here before 200 subscribers. Come to think about it. Yeah, so I appreciate you being one of those early people that's supported the channel from Jump Street, man. And big up to yourself and big up to your journey as well. Johnny Penny says you said it right. Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate it. Thank you. And big up to VA, man. New York City in the house. Felicia. I'm actually in New York City as well. So we're neighbors. Go figure. Big up yourself and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. Are you not teaching philosophy today? Says Hell on Wheels. I don't think I ever really teach philosophy. I think philosophy, or sort of like my perspective and how I view things, it just kind of just rolls out, man. It's you know, I think there's lessons in a lot of these things. I think there's things that we could learn from the Diddy situation. I think there's things that we could learn from what happened at I-75. You know what I mean? I think there's things that we could learn about ourselves and the empathy that we have towards other people as well, especially with the situation that happened in I-75 and even with the Diddy situation. Some of the people that went through these things, it's like we could, we could give empathy to them. Still, there's another part of it where it's like, if you weren't, if some of these people weren't forced into the situation and you're doing these things just because you want fame, that's not a good enough reason for you to really trade your morals. You know what I mean? For other people to notice you and have this sort of fake sort of admiration, right? Because that stuff comes and go. What you really want is genuine love and genuine appreciation. You want genuine people around you. It's like the movie Gladiator I was telling you guys about that I watched earlier today, right? If you remember the Emperor, I don't quite remember what his name was, but the guy that, did what he did to his father in order to become the king. If you see right throughout the movie, he had a weakness, right? The weakness was he had a void in him. He had this real need to feel loved from other people, and he was willing to do anything to feel that love from other people. But he himself, right, didn't embody the characteristics of love, right? He didn't embody the characteristics of that which he wanted. So he would always seek it externally, and he would do devious things. It's almost like he was trying to intimidate people into loving him. It's almost like he was trying to force people to love him. And that's not how it goes, guys, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, there's definitely, live is but a stream. There's definitely a lot that we could learn from these things. The Diddy situation, the movies, I-75, all of it. You know what I mean? Guys, make sure you are liking and subscribing as well. I do appreciate all the likes. I think we could get the likes up to 15. And I do believe, because we're at 1,054 subscribers, I think we could get 6 more subscribers at least tonight. We haven't really done that in a while where we set a goal. And typically we reach our goal. I would say whenever we do these things, most of the time we reach our goals and then we set a different goal. But I think, I do believe that we could get to 1,060 tonight. Kamala Toe, Wiley Brown, Toy, and Arsenio Hall seconds reject. What a joke. God bless you, brother. Cheers, brother. I'm not entirely sure what you just said, but big up yourself, Justice Maker. I love New York, says Johnny. Johnny, where you from, Johnny? Send likes, everyone. Get this brother out there. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate the person who just subscribed as well. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. I was gonna say that. That was my guess. My guess was that it was you that actually did subscribe. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I sincerely do. I really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, and then I also saw this other story as well. This judge, guys, in Kentucky was unalived. I believe this happened today, right? So this is Kentucky again. So Kentucky judge was shot and unalived in Chambers. Sheriff charged with the murder. So it was a sheriff that was charged with sort of popping this guy that's a judge. So Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins has been charged with murder in a fatal shooting of a Kentucky District Judge, Kevin Mullins, who was unalived in chambers on Thursday, according to police. Mullins, who presided over Letcher County, was popped, right, for lack of a better term, and unalived at the Letcher County Courthouse. Wait. So at the courthouse? Steins has been arrested and charged with it. Police said a 911 caller reported shots being fired inside the courthouse shortly before 3 p.m. Eastern. State police said responding officers and emergency personnel found Mullins, 54, with multiple gunshot wounds. State police said he had been shot or popped in his chambers, according to Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. At Thursday night news conference, officials said life-saving measures were taken, but Mullins passed away at the scene. Steins, 43, allegedly popped Mullins following an argument inside the courthouse, Kentucky police said in a statement. Ego. At the news conference, officials said they had not determined if Steins used his duty weapon. He was taken into custody without incident and has been charged with one count of first-degree murder. He was taken to a detention center, officials said. Thursday night. This is according to ABC News as well, guys. Steins is cooperating with the authorities conducting the investigation. Officials also said it is unclear if Steins has an attorney at this time. Wow. A motive remains under investigation, he told the station. It is an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public right now, Gayhart told WJHL. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman said his office will collaborate with the Commonwealth Attorney for the 27th Judicial Circuit, Jackie Steele, as special prosecutors in this case. We will fully investigate and pursue justice, he said in a statement. The Kentucky Court of Justice said in a statement Thursday, it is in contact with law enforcement agencies, including Kentucky State Police, and is offering our full support during this difficult time. Wow, guys. Let me see if there's any further details. Yeah, so, rest in peace to that judge, man. Rest in peace to him, and, sending the blessings to the family as well. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. I would like to kind of know what the motive was. Like, why did he decide to do that, especially in the courtroom? That's very odd. That's very, like, why would he do that? That's crazy. I spent a lot of my youth in Great Neck, New York State. Big up yourself, Johnny. Great Neck? I should know where Great Neck is. Is that on Long Island? Is Great Neck on Long Island? I believe it might be on Long Island. Tigura says only in a white town is this possible. I don't think so. I think that's possible in anywhere, right? Especially, I tell people all the time, man, you got to have a level of self-control, especially when you got some of these weapons. You really popped an unarmed man. So I would want to know, like, put badges aside, judge aside, right? A man popped another man today. A man with a weapon popped somebody that wasn't holding a weapon. Or I'm guessing the judge didn't have a weapon on him at that time as well, and he shot him multiple times. I think that's something that could happen at any place. I don't think that's just something that's just mutual, just exclusive to only towns with white people. I think that could happen anywhere. I do think it's kind of bizarre how it happened, where it happened. I do think those things as well, but you know, there are only certain types of people that are even allowed into the courtroom with a weapon. And yeah, the person that popped the other guy was one of those people that evidently were allowed into the courtroom with a weapon. But I just would like to know what the backstory is behind that. Like, why did he decide that this was the course of action that he wanted to take? Was it something that the judge said to him? Was it some sort of something that happened outside the courtroom? Like what exactly is it that really transpired? But yeah, just kind of looking at the sheriff. I don't know. I don't really know what to really say about it. You know what I mean? I don't really know what to say about him either. Really quite odd, to be honest with you guys. All this dude does is parrot corporate media and promote liberal talking points. If you're watching this, don't bother. John, you're welcome to go. John, I'll tell you what, I'll help you. You could leave. I mean, no one's forcing you to be here, John. Peace. Take care. Justice, maybe? Says Justice Maker. I'm not entirely sure. It's not far from the city. Yeah, Great Neck. I do think it's in Long Island. If you're saying it's not far from the city, then that's the only place that would really come to mind. So I do believe Great Neck is in Long Island. The sheriffs protect our rights, says Justice Maker. So you think what you think is, Justice Maker, that the sheriff did that to protect whose rights? Whose rights was he trying to protect at the time? It's kind of difficult for you to really say that without any evidence. We're not particularly sure what it is that transpired right there. I'm sure two men sort of had a disagreement somewhere along the line. Another man decided that he was going to brandish a weapon and go to work. And this is rather unfortunate that happened. Let the haters hate. That's what they do. Nah, it's cool. It is what it is. My whole thing is, if you're going to come here and say something like that, then yeah, you could just leave. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you come here and say that? You know what I mean? So yeah, so for me, I'm not going to go somewhere where I don't want to be, right? I'm not going to willingly go somewhere that I don't want to be. So I helped him out. He doesn't have to be here. It's all good. It's no big issue. Clearly a Trump supporter, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't put myself into the box of being a liberal or a conservative, right? But at the same time, when I kind of look at the country, I see precisely what it is. If I put in the headlines that I do believe Kamala Harris will be the next president, that's something that I do believe. I do believe that will happen. I do see the endorsements that Trump has. He has the backing of Elon Musk. That's a lot of financial power right there. But in terms of like the actual people that are making these things happen, I think Kamala Harris actually has the heart of the people who aren't biased and who aren't hateful. I don't think there's any really other reason why somebody would really sit up here and kind of vote for Trump. Like, what values does this guy represent for real? It doesn't represent any value but the division and hatefulness. So if that's a reason why you don't want to follow me because I don't agree with him, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. That's actually better for me. That's better for everyone, right? I would rather not be around people that are doing those things. And it's cool for them not to want to be around me too. I don't see what the problem is. We can just agree to disagree. You know what I mean? It's no big issue. Sheriffs are voted in. City cops are hired. I hear what it is that you're saying, but what, like, how do we know that that's what it was? Inha Kim? When she becomes president, I'll name that. I'll name that policy for you. The money people support Camel Toe Harris, says Justice Maker. Okay. He believes in America, says 73. Okay. It's closer to Queens and Brooklyn than the Bronx, but it's to the right east of the city. Yeah, I think I am sort of familiar with Great Neck. I think I am familiar with that place as well. Inma, tell you what, Inma, tell you what, tell you what, because I feel like you're here to kind of troll, right? It's one of those loaded things where it's like, oh, tell me one thing that she's doing right now, one thing that she's talking about right now, right? Well, for one, in terms of women's rights, right? She's pro-choice in that regard, right? She's allowing people to make the choice of whether or not they want to have an abortion, right? It's not something being forced upon them, right? So, there's that. There's also the fact that, you know, she unites people, right? There's also the fact that Kamala Harris is not hateful, that she's not bigoted, that she's not talking about people eating cats, that she's not grabbing them by the P word, that she's not talking about people's S-hole countries, brainwashed. Okay, I'll see you later. Take it easy. Have a great night. She's videos token. Biden token. She's a drunk phony. We got a lot of Trump supporters in here tonight. All right, man. Okay, I'm not even going to get involved with you guys on that tonight, but you know, it's there for you guys to look it up. Look at the stuff Trump has done and look at the things Kamala has is going to do, right? Because she's not the president yet, right? So, it's one of those things. Yep. So, who's going to cut the taxes for the families, middle class families? Yeah, Trump is a clown. You're absolutely right about that. I believe that as well. For those who want to know her policies, go to her website and read them. It's simple. I tell people that all the time. If you really want to know what her policies are, all you got to do is go to her website. You know what I mean? It's the internet's there. Google it. But yeah, she's not divisive. She's not hateful. I mean, for me, that's reason enough, right? Because that Trump guy, I just can't do another 4 years of him, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, you know what's that? And what's that Project 2025? I've been hearing a lot about that Project 2025. Is that the Affordable Care Act that they got going on? Justice Maker. Oh, you're a Trump supporter. All right. Okay. All right. You know what? Just for that, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be talking about a lot about the Trump tomorrow, or later on today. Not tomorrow, but later on today. But for now, I'm gonna call it a night. Big up to you guys. We pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover. Tomorrow we're gonna talk more about policies. We're gonna talk about Kamala's policies, and we're gonna talk about Trump's policies. And we're gonna compare the two, right? Because you know, yeah, we're gonna talk about some of both of their policies. But anyway, guys, have a blessed night. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Take it easy. Bye bye.